What is the dumbest question a customer has ever asked you? I fly private jets. Once we were flying east early in the morning, so the sun was directly in our eyes. A passenger was sitting directly behind us on the jump seat. He leaned forward and asked, is there any way we can just climb and get above the sun? No. Can you Photoshop some pictures for me? Sir. This is a bookstore. Yeah. But I see you have a computer right here. Once, while working at an eye doctor's office, a woman was upset because we were charging her to make new lenses with an updated prescription and asked, why do you have to make new lenses? Just inject some more medicine in the ones I already got? I worked at Ree a few years back, large outdoor sporting goods co-op. Just in case you haven't heard of it. And we sold bear spray, pepper spray for bears. A woman came in with her 2 kids one day and bought a canister because they were going camping. She gets to the front door, then comes back to the register as an afterthought, and asks if she's supposed to just spray her kids from head to toe with it. Thank God she came back. More of a story for context, but still hilariously dumb. I was working at a car battery store when a customer came in with a receipt for a battery he had bought a couple weeks ago, asking for a refund. I asked him if he had the battery with him, so that we could take the battery back and refund him the money. When he said, no, I don't have it anymore. I put it in a car I just sold. Confused, I replied, want us to refund you for a battery that you don't have anymore? He responds, just as confused, yeah, well, I don't have the battery anymore. So why should I have to pay for it? You need to refund me. He did not leave the store happy that day. Edit. To the naysayers. From how he explained after that, it seemed like the idea in his head was that the guy who owned the battery now should have to pay for it because it had our 5-year service warranty. But that somehow we had to figure it out with that guy how to get our money back. Removed. I very briefly worked at a Wendy's some years back and I was working the drive-thru. A woman ordered 2 meals. One with a small drink and one with a large. As I handed her the drinks, she asked, which one is the large? Fast food restaurant 1. Customer. How fresh is your soda? Me. It comes out of a box. Customer. I guess I'll get water. 2. Customer. Can I get a cheeseburger? No cheese. Me. So a regular hamburger. Customer. Gave them a regular hamburger in a cheeseburger wrapper. You delivered, dude. Worked at a fried chicken place. Lady calls and says that her daughter is going to order. Daughter sounds about 5 years old and orders 500 pieces of chicken. I say okay, laughing. The mom gets on and asks how long. I tell her that her daughter just ordered $1,000 in food. Does she really want that? The lady goes nuts, screaming at me, asking if I think her daughter is dumb. Me, so you want 500 pieces of chicken? My girl wants what she wants. Make it and stop making fun of her. Me, it is going to be at least an hour and $1,000. Her something about not making fun of her and her daughter, and why do I think I am better than them? To place the order. She shows up 10 minutes after looking for her chicken. I explained to the manager about the call. She freaked out when the cashier told her it was over $1,000. The lady refused to tell us how much chicken she really wanted while the little girl stood there screaming she wanted 500 chickens. Gas station. Hey. The bathroom door is locked. Can I get a key? There's no key. If it's locked, there's someone in there. How does it know? How does? What? No. What? How does the bathroom know someone is in there? People go in and then they lock the door while they're using it. 5-second pause. Edit. This was a 20-25-year-old guy who wasn't obviously intoxicated. What do you mean I can't bring my 6-month-old baby into the nightclub? This was few years back. Customer, very chill guy, called in saying he recently bought a new MacBook Pro and it's not working. I asked him what happens when you press the power button. He said I don't know where that is. Yes. I understand I haven't paid my credit card bill in 3 months. But why can't I use my card? Because you haven't paid your bill in 3 months. I worked in a heritage park in Ireland and we had a group of Viking reenactors in one weekend. Putting on a really good show of crafts, games and a trial. This tourist came up and asked us, do you guys have reservations for your Vikings like we do for our Indians? Do you guys have reservations for your Vikings like we do for our Indians? Forget reservations. I want to go to the Viking casinos. Can you aerate that for me? He wanted me to stir his apple juice. Technically his word choice was applicable, I guess. But WTF. Dude. He had a straw ready in his hand and he could damn well have aerated that juice himself. I admit it took me 2 seconds of staring at his serious face before I reached for a straw, unwrapped it, and stirred his drink. I did it all without breaking eye contact with him. And he was satisfied. Also, I think about him now every time I stir or shake my chocolate milk to make it frothy. Edit. It took me a couple of seconds before I aerated his juice because I was trying to understand what he meant. But I figured it out on my own. I would have taken the straw and blown bubbles in it. Customer screaming. My new car's back wiper doesn't work. We walk outside. Look at back window. Me. You don't have a back wiper blade. I used to work in IT and one of my jobs was to support some of the security software we offered to customers. We had a package for secure data transfers and people often had to call up to be taught how to use it. I was helping a woman use the software over the phone and I had a remote assistance connection to her PC so I could see her screen. Me. Okay. So find your name in the list of users. Huh? I've found it. What do I do now? Me. Right click your name. And then choose login from the menu. Huh? Is it my right? Or yours? I'm a cashier at a grocery store and one time I had a lady ask me if I could tell everyone else to let her go first. Like. She expected me to force everyone who had been patiently waiting in line to let her cut them. It wasn't like she only had 1 or 2 items either. Her cart was packed. I had a lady today ask me, the cashier, if I could run to the back of the store to get her something she forgot, while I had a full line. And I told her no. And she rolled her eyes at me and gave me a dirty look. I guess it don't really relate all that well, but she would rather inconvenience everybody than take the time to get them herself. I work in a liquor store whose inventory is 80% wine. You literally have to walk past aisles of wine to get to the hard liquor near the back. I was in the scotch aisle in the back of the store when a customer approaches me, looks me dead in the eyes and asks, hey, where do you keep the wine at? I took a few seconds to react. Not sure at first if the guy was F-king with me or not. But upon inspecting his sincerely frustrated gaze, I arrived at the conclusion that the man was indeed serious. I responded by simply pointing behind the gentleman and then sweeping my arm from one side to the other like I was showing my lion cub all of the land that would one day be his to rule. Today a customer asked me if I was the same Harry as the Harry she spoke with yesterday. My name is not Harry and I wear a name badge at work. I work at a small outdoor restaurant that sells wings and fries. Nothing else. Just those 2 things, as far as food goes. About a week ago, a man walked up to my counter, took a menu, proceeded to read the entire thing in front of me, and then put down his menu to ask, "Can I get a cheeseburger combo?" After taking a minute to wipe the WTF expression off of my face and telling him no, we only sold wings and fries, he says, "What about a hot dog? Let me get a hot dog." My mind was blown after that conversation. Customer. Where's the sugar? Me. What? Customer. I ordered sweet corn. This is just corn. Pours corn syrup on it. Back when I did tech support, I received a call from a customer with a peculiar keyboard problem. It seems that he was having trouble with the shift key. When he typed a letter with the shift key pressed, it gave him the uppercase letter. But when he typed a number, it didn't do that. Didn't do what? Type the uppercase number. I had to break it to him gently. Working at call center. Asking people to pay their old bills. Naturally some responded angrily. So this is what you do all day? You just call people who haven't paid their bills? Apostrophe. Yes. Apostrophe. So if I paid my bills you'd be out of the job? Apostrophe. If everybody paid their bills. Then yes. Apostrophe. Ha ha. Good. You just FK'd up by telling me this. I'm going to pay my bills right away. When you're unemployed then see how you like getting calls about your bills. Apostrophe. The futility of eradicating a job that relies on the existence of poor people by making me poor escape them. I'm a dog groomer. Not a tailor. His hair is too short. Can you just let the sides out a bit? I'm a dog groomer too. I don't know what the FCK goes through some people's minds. Same thing with people who FCK up their own dog's hair by just taking chunks out of it. Then want you to fix it. Well. Mum. You see these bald spots that you created? I'm sorry to tell you. But I haven't gained the superpower to make hair grow. Worked on a Christmas tree farm over winter break in college. One time I had a lady ask me. So. What are these trees made out of? Literally thin air. I work at Jimmy John's. All Jimmy John's have a sign that says free smells. Had a lady come through the drive-thru one day while me and my manager are running it. She asks about the free smells after her order and my manager tells her okay you can pull up. She gets to the window. Gets her food then proceeds to look through the bag. She eventually looks up all confused and asks where her free smells are. My manager jokingly says oh yeah come inside and you can smell all you want for free. She then says okay asshole. And then speeds off. To this day I have no f***ing clue what either would be in that bag. Edit. To the people that keep saying she probably thought it was perfume. I understand people call perfume smells. But why would a fast food service be giving you perfume in any case? Edit 2. Since some people here don't get why all Jimmy John's have that sign. It's because every Jimmy John's bakes their bread fresh every morning and all throughout the day so the whole store usually smells of fresh baked bread. My dad used to work at Windsor Castle. Built in the 11th century. Home to the Queen and nearly 1,000 years old. An American tourist saw a plane flying nearby. And walked over to him. Why'd they build it so close to the airport? Not really a question but once when I was a deli clerk a guy came in at 9:59 PM we closed at 9:30 so we had time to do dishes. Mop. Clean slices. Etc. We were supposed to be clocked out by 10 and I was still mopping the floor so I was already a bit behind schedule. A guy comes up to the counter and is like excuse me where's all your food? I said I'm sorry sir we close at 9:30. What? He exclaims you guys should stay open later some people have to work late and need to eat you know. I stared at him for a moment before smiling and saying. Yeah I'm sorry sir I know the feeling. He looked at me very confused before I'm assuming it registered to him that I'm still working. And walking off in a huff. This was also a bit confusing to me because he's in a grocery store. He's literally surrounded by food. Including cold tenders he can heat up in a microwave. Spoke to the tour guide at the lodge I stay at, Wild Game Lodge, and he said he had been asked. Do giraffes hunt in packs? If it's October back in the USA. What month is it here? South Africa. Can't seem to remember any others off the top of my head. But those two stuck with me. Do giraffes hunt in packs? That's a terrifying prospect. A couple. 1. A customer wanted something for her cat. Do you have that thing that does that thing? No. Can you describe it? Well. It's for cats. And cats like it. And they get on it. And does the thing. K. What thing? You know. Cat things. Move along please. 2. We sell male rodents at our store. Their testicles are often very prominent. Mum. That hamster's having a baby. Oh no, it's not. It's just a boy. A boy is having a baby. No. Those are his testicles. Oh lord. How many times have I heard there's something wrong with that hamster? Followed by my co-worker shouting it's not a tumor. Arnold style. Edit. And now my most upvoted comment is about hamster testicles. A customer walks into our tiny bike shop jammed packed full of bikes. Bikes are hanging in the window. Off the ceiling, on the walls. All over the floor. There is not a square foot of space in the shop that is not occupied by a bike or various parts of one. This is the bike shop, right? Yes. Do you guys sell bikes or fix them? Both. If I brought my canoe in, could you fix it? Is canoe the name of your bike or is it a boat? It's just a canoe for the lake. Do you guys fix them? What? No. We're a bike shop. Oh. Is canoe the name of your bike? It's not often the internet makes me literally laugh. I work at an Italian place right now. We call our Italian menu items by Italian names with English descriptions. I get a lot of questions. But I don't mind a hair because I get paid to talk about food. Not too long ago though it sort of went slapstick. It's not that they asked a dumb question. But they kept asking it. Pollo e penne? Oh. That's chicken and pasta with. Does it have meat in it? The chicken pasta? Yes. Pollo is Italian for chicken. Can I get the chicken but not the pollo? Pollo is just Italian for chicken. If you want chicken it's really good. No. I like chicken but I don't want pollo. I kind of lost it for a split second. Los pollos morenos. Working at a small coffee shop that roasted their own beans, had their own brand. Do you sell Starbucks here? No mom, we roast our own coffee. Oh, that's just bad business. Dot. Okay. As a UPS driver. Customer. What's in the package? Me. I work at a hotel. A client walks in. If I book a room. Does it include the bed? Like, no sir. We only provide you a chair so you can sit down and wait till checkout time. Worked in an auto parts store for a while. I got dumb questions all the time. But the one I remember the most is a guy comes in and says I need a sensor for my car. That's it. That's all the info he had. He didn't know what kind of car he drove. Or what kind of sensor. And was getting mad at me for not knowing. He wouldn't take no for an answer. Eventually I just grabbed a random sensor and sold it to him. Never saw him again. Worked as a pharmacy tech in the US. Once had an older customer ask me why medicine was cheaper with insurance than without. He didn't understand the concept of insurance and kept saying that's very odd. I'll have to look into this. Edit. It was for a cholesterol medication that's typically $500, 90 pills. Wasn't a drug with a dirt cheap generic, unfortunately. I currently work at Jimmy John's. A man comes in at least once a month and asks us if we have apple pies. Whenever we tell him no. He also looks baffled and questions us. Edit. To paint a better picture. This man is African American and comes in wearing white dress pants. Satin button up with some kind of tropical print. Several gold rings and his hair is greased and slicked back. I doubt it's a prank since we have a lot of mentally ill people in the city. Edit number 2. Just got to work and my manager told me that he also comes in asking if we have copies of some of the signs hanging up in the store. He's got a point, man. Where are the f***ing pies? Tons. Man. Customer. I want phone X. Is that phone X? Me. Yes. That is phone X. Customer. Are you sure? Me. Looks at box. That displays the image and name of phone X. Yeah. That's phone X. Customer. You sure? Me. I'm positive. Customer. Okay. If you're sure. Another favorite. Customer. I'm looking for a wireless security system. I don't want to deal with cables or Wi-Fi. Will this one work? Me. It's wireless. But it does need to connect to a network. Customer. No. It says it's wireless. Me. Yeah. Definitely true. But it does need to connect the hub to a wireless network. Customer. No. You're not being helpful. Wrong. Me. Alright. Have a good one. Another I hear frequently customer. I can't get into my email. And this keeps popping up. It's asking for them to sign into their email. Me. It looks like it's asking for you to sign into your email. Customer. It is. It's asking for my password. Me. Dot. Have you tried entering your password? Customer. Oh. I'll give that a shot. Why are you watering down my coffee? My favorite is still a lady who asked me to make sure the ice was cold. Do you work here? Are these donuts sugar free? Bitch. They're deep fried and glazed. I went to dinner once at a Chinese restaurant in Missouri and a woman at the table next to ours yelled at the waiter. Where is the other sauce? We are supposed to get sweet and sour sauce and we only got one sauce. As a server. 40 to 50-year-old customer, what's up with this steak? Me, it's a 12-ounce strip so it's going to be a bit more lean than a ribeye. Customer. No. What's a steak? Me, I'm UHH. It's like a chunk of meat. This one is from a cow. They tipped accordingly.